Welcome in, Advice Pod. My name is Kyle. This is Raysean, and this is Sam
Yo.
Brown. Hello, gentlemen.
What is up?
I'll tell you what's up, Sam. We're going to be jumping into an Am I the A-hole post. Notice my use of the word A-hole as opposed to the other word. Let's try to keep that swearing in the first 2 minutes rule alive, boys. Let's do this. Am I the A-hole for asking my husband to have our friend tone down her behavior around him? I, female, 35, and my husband, male, 40, have been friends with another couple that we met through our kids at school. Recently, I've been feeling uncomfortable due to the behavior of my friend, who is a female, 38. She has a personality that craves attention and has been making comments about her body that are obviously untrue, like being fat and having a huge ass. Despite being very slender, she recently cut breast implants and has been overly suggestive towards my husband. During a recent get-together at their pool, while we were all a bit tipsy and playing beer pong, my friend made several inappropriate gestures towards my husband, including shaking her breasts, and on several other occasions has smacked his butt and pinched his nipple. While she also does similar things to me, minus the pinching of my nipple, it is starting to make me feel uncomfortable. Man, this girl just like gets right down to it. She's grabbing nipples, grabbing asses. I don't see her exhibit these behaviors toward anyone else. Not sure if they are just incredibly comfortable with us or something. I am aware that both her husband and her have a raunchier than normal sense of humor. I did not think that sentence was going to end with sense of humor. Which, to be fair, so does my husband, but it seems like this is happening more often, and she even jokingly called my husband daddy when he purchased something for our group the other day. I discussed my feelings with my husband, questioning his reaction to her behavior, which led to an argument between us. We haven't spoken for 2 days now, and I'm unsure how to address the situation. I do value our friendship, especially since our kids are in the same small class, but I find myself wanting to distance myself from this couple due to the uncomfortable situation. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for wanting my husband to say something to her or to tone down the behavior? Any advice on how to navigate this situation would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. This is a horny married couple who are trying to make out with other parents in their kids' class.
I think they posted this in the wrong place. Like, this should be like, is this woman trying to fuck my husband? It's sort of like, hey, am I being rude by doing this? And it's like no, that's not the question you should be asking yourself. You should be asking yourself, is she trying to fuck my husband? Is that what's happening here? And I think it's fair to be like, hey, could you not try and fuck my husband?
I feel like that's a pretty reasonable request.
But, hey, don't kink shame. Some people, it's the year 2024. Some people, have relationships where, they might be into them fucking their husband, and that might be a thing. So, just be polite. Be like, hey, when you're shaking your tits at my husband, I know you're proud of him. I know it's great. Just, could you not fuck him?
Reasonable request. I think you're thinking along the same lines as mine, Sam. This seems like a horny married couple who are maybe trying to, have some swinger kind of action happen between another couple they find attractive. And this woman is picking up on it. Like, they're laying all the groundwork for it. They're laying out the chum, dude. And their husband seems to be kind of into it. But the wife trying to set up some boundaries and be like, please don't fuck our preschoolers, classmates and our parents. Yeah. Like, let's not have this be the way that we're going to enter our mid 30s, early 40s in terms of our marriage.
Maybe one day they find that special couple. That special friends, parents that they're like, you know what? These are the people I want to have sex with, that I want to swap with. And that is, you know what? I didn't know that about myself, but now that's what I'm into.
So it sounds like you're encouraging them to go to more parties with other parents from class.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't, never count anything completely out in this world, you know? Life's crazy.
Yeah, shit changes.
Take it as it comes.
Changes all the time. Raysean, how do you feel? Let's say that you're the man in the pool getting your ass slapped and your nipple grabbed. How do you respond?
Well, I mean, I don't know how I would be shocked more or less. I'd be like, oh, damn, you bold as hell. I think the more or less the question she asked was basically, is she the asshole for wanting her husband to say something?
Well, she's obviously not, right?
I don't think you're the asshole for wanting him to say something, but I do think if she your friend, that you should be able to be like, you know, some of the stuff you're doing is kind of inappropriate. So like, I would like you to either chill that shit, or we gonna have to have like a discussion. I feel like that's the best way to go about this, is literally to have a discussion with everybody around. For your husband to have an argument with you, it do probably seem like he's more on the swinger side. So either you're gonna have to figure out what that's about, or you know, don't do anything you don't want to do type. That's all I'm gonna say.
Also, it might be there might be elements of asshole in here though. There might be, this might be the right place for this, because is she an asshole for wanting this? No. Is she an asshole for wanting her husband to be the one to broach this? I mean, I think you got to fight your own battles, you know, and I think to have the husband, you know, like all of a sudden be like, hey,
so you want me to
I'm
act
offended
like I don't
that
like
you're acting like on her behalf. I think it is very much the case of like, you know, like, I think you're an adult. Voice your opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion about this.
I feel like you can be like, yeah, can you stop shaking your titties in front of my fucking husband? It's inappropriate. Yeah. And I feel like that is easy fucking sentence. What do you want him to say? You want him to just be like, you know, I don't like when you do that. That's the boldest line. Like, bruh, I could never put my hand on the Bible for that.
It seems to me like she wants him to be like so like
offended.
No, like she wants him to kind of admit that like he hates this, that he has her opinion about this, that it makes him feel uncomfortable. And I feel like, you know, it could be that he just doesn't even clock it. It's not even that he's down. He's just like, whatever, like, you know, and so like for her to be like, oh, you need to tell him this, it's sort of like, you need to have the same opinion I do about this. And he's like, I don't have that opinion.
You know how many people randomly pinch my nipples every day? You know, like,
yeah. I'm not going to tell every one of them to stop. I wouldn't have any time to like do anything.
I think that's honestly something I didn't really consider, is like, yeah, she is kind of just asking him to adopt her opinion and be like, tell this girl to stop shaking her titties at you. And I don't know, man. I guess it's not an unreasonable thing for her to want, but.
And you said something about swingers, Kyle's. Was her husband of her friend doing something too? Because I might have missed that part.
No, her husband is just kind of like there, and I don't know if he's receptive to it one way or the other, but he doesn't seem as upset about it as this woman does. Which, you know, if you're fine with your spouse like going off and having some playful behavior with, you know, members of the opposite sex, and you're comfortable and secure in that, dude, that's great. Good for you, dude. But also, your wife probably knows that she's pretty good looking. She probably knows how much she just paid for those new boobies. And, you know, she's showing them off, you know, very evidently. And, you know, I guess I don't blame her. I'd probably be in the same kind of position if I was a woman with new fake boobs. I'd be like, hey, look at these. They're nice, right? But I don't know.
Or I think she could just tell her friend not to just target her husband. Be like,
that's what I was going to say.
Your titties off to everybody. Why is it just my husband? You know what I mean? Like, he already gave you the head nod. Like, why you keep trying to, like, come on.
He already gave you the head nod. Like,
you got the information you need. Move it along.
So yeah, not the asshole, but you know, you could probably be trying to come to a better resolution on all this stuff. It's not on your husband to voice your concern, although I can see why you might think that, but I don't know. Like Sam said, maybe this dude's kind of completely ignorant to the situation and doesn't really know that his wife is feeling the way she is. But I mean, if he was real defensive and like started an argument with her about it after the fact, maybe he's like, hey man, I want to look at titties. What's the big deal? I'm not going home with said titties. I'm still going home with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Be like, it's your friend. I ain't telling her to take your titties out. Like, she the one doing it. Like,
and I mean that's the thing that I think sucks is sometimes, you know, when someone else is doing something that bothers. So it's like when you're in a relationship and someone's doing something that bothers your partner, and they want that to also bother you. It's tough it's a tough situation where it's like, well, I don't want you to be uncomfortable, but I also like I don't want to misrepresent myself.
Especially,
you know,
because when you're not here, we're gonna be doing that shit. So what if you just leave? I told you what it was before we came here, and it seemed like you didn't understand. So
yeah.
I can't just tell everybody to stop. You know what I mean?
I can't just tell the woman to stop waving her titties in my face, Martha. That'd be rude.
Yeah, but it's like you're upset at her. You're not upset at me. You're upset at her. Let's keep. I
mean, like, I'm just at the pool party. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just chilling. Like,
this guy's innocent bystander.
He's done nothing wrong, including get defensive about when his wife approached him about it.
If anybody's mad at her husband.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, maybe he's on it too. He's like, yeah, go catch us a nice young couple. We're, you know, looking to expand our sexual research.
Or she's on one
that's
side.
how I'm going to end that sentence. Research.
House, on the other side of the house. And they like, who gonna bring back somebody tonight type shit.
Like a competition kind of thing. That also sounds unhealthy. I think we're reading in too much to those other motherfuckers right now. And that's fine because
they sound fun. I want to hang out with them.
They're going to pool parties and shit. They're playing beer pong. They're in their fucking mid-30s, early 40s. I'm 35. I can't tell you the last time I got in the pool. I can't tell you the last time I played beer pong. Never mind the two of them at the same time. These people are like really kind of nailing life. And for that, I commend them. High fives all around. What do you think in the comments down below? Is this woman an asshole for trying to guilt her husband into, you know, delivering her wishes and saying, put your titties away? Let us know down below. And make sure you tune back in tomorrow for a hypothetical situation in which we're going to be talking about, it's about picking a song, and I get $100 every time the song comes on. But which song do I pick and why? I've thought about it a lot today. Not gonna lie. So make sure you please rate and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. And we will talk with you again tomorrow. Advice.
And don't be a butt cheek. I was going to say, as soon as you said that, thinking of a Michael Jackson, I was like, oh, Jesus.